So there's not a lot to be learned from preseason NBA basketball. Coaches are tinkering with the lineups, players are tinkering with their games. No one is taking anything super seriously. But there are still moments that give us a tantalizing taste of the new season ahead, and we got a few of them last night when the Sixers hosted the Magic. First up, some head-to-head between big man Joel Embiid and rookie Mo Bamba. Embiid has 30 pounds and a few seasons' experience on the youngster. Bamba has the longest wingspan in NBA history, which, in case you need help visualizing, let me show you a couple photos from Summer League.
Oh.
This is where Mo was playing video games with me and a couple of our friends from The Ringer. Shout out Snowden. Please note, this is a couch that fits 4 people, and his arms stretched over the entire couch. And we got to see some of that wingspan in action last night. Here's Bamba with a nice little put-in over Joel. Of course, Embiid got his a few times as well. Yeah, there's one. And then afterward, the two continued the back and forth on Instagram. Now, please note, everything you're about to see is in good fun. Embiid has been a huge mentor to Bamba since before he got drafted. And as you can see here, they actually spent part of the summer working out together. In fact, that is Embiid dunking on Bamba. And if we turned the volume up, which we will not, you could hear Joel telling Mo, "Welcome to the bleeping league." Lovely. Anyway, back to last night. After the game, Embiid posted this: "Like my ninja Mo, his skinny butt can't guard me." To which Bamba replied with this pic of his shot over Embiid with his own "Welcome to the league" callback. Of course, Joel has to get in the last word because he's Joel. So there he is in the comments with, "Bruh, that's a block, layup, whatever that is. You were barbecue chicken in the post tonight. You had 4 fouls in 8 minutes, young fella. I would have fouled you out in 10. That's a welcome to the league. Got to learn to guard without fouling. All love. Ha, ha, ha." Amazing. And a lot of cursing on a family show. I did pretty well navigating around all of that. Thank you.
Poppycock.
Exactly. There you go. All love indeed. And yeah, I have so much fun watching these two, but they were hardly the only story to come out of last night. Markelle Fultz made news when he hit an open 3. Yay. This is significant, of course, because of just how badly Fultz's shot fell apart after he was picked #1 overall last year. He ended up playing just 14 games last season, and yeah, you just saw that. That was his only 3-point attempt before last night. Not great. But I give Fultz a ton of credit for going back to the gym this summer, retraining both his shot and his brain. Trainer Drew Hanlon says Fultz put up about 160,000 jumpers between June and September, and that muscle memory has given Fultz the confidence to just, well, shoot when he's open. That's how we got to last night. And no, Fultz wasn't perfect. He was 5 of 12 from the floor, but he's improved enough that Coach Brett Brown has decided to reward him with a starting spot, moving JJ Redick to the bench. Fultz's teammates, who've had his back the entire time, have given their approval, and it looks like perhaps the Sixers, who took criticism this summer for not making any major acquisitions, have a significant addition to their roster after all. One preseason game doesn't tell us for sure that Fultz is going to be a success this season, but it's a nice glimmer, and that's what this time of year is all about. So, Paul Pierce, are you done worrying about Markelle Fultz's shot?
Not quite yet. You know, we have a small sample size of this. You know, I mean, there's no pressure in the preseason.
Right.
You know, once the regular season comes and you're playing against other starters full time for 20, 30 plus minutes, then we'll have a chance to see. But it's good to see him get that going right now. It's all about confidence with him. He knows he can do it. We saw him do it in college. It's just about confidence. So if he can just get his confidence back, the shot will fall no matter what his form looks like.
My favorite thing about that play is Aaron Gordon closed out like he was closing out on Aaron Gordon from 3. Look, here's the thing. Like Paul said, okay, you took one shot, you hit it. Congratulations.
He actually took a few threes. That was the one he made.
But you know, you look decent, right? The idea is, what's it going to look like 10 games in, 20 games in?
Exactly.
20 minutes into the game, you're tired, you ran up and down, you sat down, you got up, all that stuff happening. Can you then still stick to that muscle memory that you think you have, or do you revert back to something that you used to do for a lot longer before that? And so that's a question, but we're going to keep questioning. As an NBA, like I made a joke about Aaron Gordon, but the truth is, that's how guys are going to close out on him, right?
Yeah.
Because the scouting report says
he's going to have to prove himself.
Not a shooter, right? And we'd rather him take that shot than him put it on the floor and make things happen that way. So until he proves himself, like Paul just said, defenses are not going to respect him.
He'll have the room to shoot.
Yes.
Oh, without a doubt. You're not on the scout report yet.
Yeah.
Now, you played
You're not on the scout report.
You played with JJ. He
Yes.
decided to come back to Philadelphia this offseason. Are you okay with that move of starting Fultz and bringing JJ in?
You know, I do like this move. For one, this is the problem I saw with the 76ers. In close games, they didn't have a guy that can create his own shot off the dribble. You know, Ben Simmons, he was a layup guy. He seems like the candidate, you know, a guy that you can give the ball to down the stretch. They gave the ball to Joel Embiid down the stretch, but he's easy to double in the post. And then when you have Ben Simmons, he doesn't take the shot. This is the candidate for them, a guy they can go to down the stretch who can create his own shot, and that's what they are missing.
I think when you talk about starting lineup, though, I would rather JJ because you bring Fultz off the bench, he can create a shot, like you said. He can run the offense. JJ Redick isn't really that. So you're going to have all your guys who can run the offense, whether it's Embiid from the post, Simmons as a point guard, or Fultz as a combo guard. They're all in the starting lineup, and then, you know, I just would have liked to stagger that a little bit more.
I think part of the idea was defensively with JJ.
Sure.
They wanted.
Well, and I think the other part of it also is the confidence, right? They want Fultz to
And
feel like
he's the ball handler.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, just a little bit of just making him feel better.
Hey, you're a starter. It's kind of like Brett wanted to start Ben Simmons from the jump
And they
last
had no
year.
other playmaker in that lineup other than Ben Simmons. So that's why I like the move.
Yeah.